guys? Thanks and welcome back to Gaslit News. Um, I saw this situation brewing. I'm not sure if it ever stopped. Um, I think by Donut coming to the channel and providing clarification, well, providing his side of that last situation. Um, I think, yeah, I was like, all right, well, to be fair, that's his side. He's not a stalker. And I did clearly see where he does have one. There's um there's a woman, like if you go and you look for my channel, Gaslit News, it's like AT2 Entertainment, his second channel. By the way, that's so whack, AT2. Like why do you need to do that? So that means that he has like literally overpowered my own channel with the tag words Gaslit News. So that means he literally did that on his channel, like in his channel, tag words, not video. But anyways, but then there's the third channel that comes up after AT2, after me, and it's I'm so obsessed and crazy. That lady is legit obsessed with Donut. I mean, I've heard her post things when she's talking to herself, and it's really strange. Um, so given the benefit of the doubt and listening to him and also making it clear to him that like, and listening to him, it also allowed for me to realize like you can't just come like so hard on these people when you just see their like shows that they're putting on. Because on the one hand, it could be a situation where Donut is doing this, I suspected before, to just kind of ride Armon's name into the algorithm up to the top. Wiley did it. Shout out to the Wiley Show. Because I'm gonna play a little bit of his video that he did about just kind of giving his take on the whole Armon and Donut situation. I think it was really great. I think there's absolutely nobody on this ninja net that knows Armon Wiggins better than the Wiley Show. And that's just it. Nobody does better commentary on Armon, and that's just the way it is. Like, Donut is fairly new when it comes to this ongoing years saga of, you know, Wiley and Armon being on YouTube, and they still went their separate ways. Like Armon, like again, I didn't even know that they actually knew each other the way Armon was playing it in the beginning. And so, things happen, right? God is real, people, and it's just that time. And then eventually he did have to own up to even knowing Wiley, and that channel's on Princess, that video's on Princess Lightfoot. And so Donut started, he was over on Clubhouse, So Wiley's absolutely right. Armand has worked to become like he didn't write anybody else's name in the algorithm other than what everyone else in celebrity gossip is doing. Like that's like a whole niche on YouTube. It's a whole sector, and people love to hear Armand's commentary. That is just a fact. And so he's literally grown this following time after time, event after event. Like, have you ever, I don't know. Armand may have deleted a lot of videos that he's done in the past, but there's like situations, like there's like things that Armand did. Like Armand used to booty shake for cash apps, and that was really exciting and cool. Armand grew a big following with the Wendy Williams commentary, which is when I, dropped in and I found him doing that. Armand, he just went through waves of things and Nicki Minaj and the whole album following, and it depressed him. And it's just like, people have literally come up with Armand, and I mean, there's like a whole history of the station head listening to him on station head and getting that notification, and then the back and forth with him and Wiley, and then him and Tasha K, him and Storm Monroe, the time when him and Storm Monroe, and then that guy, the preacher guy, were all huddled together in like a freaking sausage fest in a can in that Storm Monroe's living room. That was crazy. So these are things, so Armand really like earned his stake in the game. And the Wiley Show literally says that. Shout out to the Wiley Show. Go check out his video. But I should have said if I feel the need, then I'll play, you know, the content that I'm talking about. But if I feel like I explain it good enough, then I'll just point you in the direction to, I'm sorry, because this whole like, guys, you can donate to me. You can. buy me a coffee at gaslightnews.com, or you can cash out Princess Lightfoot. Yeah, because the whole thing shakes if and this is why I'm confused. Am I touching the table? Because I'm in the chair. I should be able to move this chair. And then that moves. Okay. Basically, I mean, so I guess it's not that the table is so cheap, but it's not as sturdy as it could be. Um, so yeah, if I feel like I do a good enough job explaining it, then I'll just point you in the direction of the content creators video. But if not, we can still take a look. Um, so Wiley does a really good job at explaining the history of it, the history of Armon, and you know why Armon is has reached the heights he's reached. And it seems as though it does, it does seem as though Donut, because I know Donut will watch this, because it's like you're saying that you're not obsessed with Armon. This is what you're saying. And I have to tell you that it is, it's looking problematic, if nothing else, right? It's looking like that might be, it's looking like there is a fixation on him and his success. It does. It looks that way. This is the way it looks. And I'm going to tell you why. From what we know, so this is the data that we have, and this is from your own admittance, right? There seemed to have been an event that happened to kind of catapult this into a thing. And while it was kind of quickly brushed over, which is why I think there may be one of two things happening here. Um, and so on this hand, right? So now I'm speaking on the hand of where you could say it's for Armand's benefit of the doubt, right? So something happened, it seemed to be softly brushed away, and then more reporting went on. But it was like a kerfuffle, right? Something happened. And it seems like that turning point was when you went into the bathroom. Um, you were in the bathroom. You were already there, you're saying, and then Armand came in, you were singing a rap song. I think they're saying that Armand is like almost 40. I don't think you're that far behind Armand. I think it was said that you are around that age or in your 30s or something like that. Either way, you're a grown man. And you, by your own admittance, you say that Armand is using any situation to make it seem as though you're stalking him. You literally came on this channel when I interviewed you. You did want to make it clear. One of the first things you want to make clear was that you are not stalking Armand, and you had an issue with me even posting the station head that he did, and I guess without posting your actual response to it. Um, so to be fair, you even seeing that, it even bothering you that a small channel has gotten all these views from a person merely stating their experience with you, another YouTuber on YouTube, it gets under your skin so much that you feel like you want to, you know what I mean? And then, and even further, you always, if anybody says anything in the chat, you will answer to like these things about Armand, you know? So it would seem as though you would not, if you really don't want to be called a stalker, and that's not what the situation is, and you really don't want anything to do with him, then when he came into the bathroom, you would immediately stop talking. You would just stop talking. Like, is the song that important? You're an adult. Like, forget it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't have to do that. Because from what I know, the the bathrooms, and this is different in this particular courthouse, right? And this is only because I'm a person where, yeah, I'll peek inside the guy's bathroom. I've worked in retail, and I don't always want to use the girls' bathroom. Some chicks don't know how to, you know what I mean? Sometimes the guy's bathroom is cleaner than the girl's bathroom. And that can be dangerous. So I would not encourage women to do that, especially now when they can have like the lock on the door and then somebody else can have a key. Because a lot of times the people that are really, really, really going to be like your nemesis are going to be the people that you work with. It's not going to be like those customers. So yeah, I wouldn't encourage you on that, but I used to do this, right? So I've seen, from what I've seen, those men's bathrooms have urinals, open urinals. So there's like urinal, urinal, and then maybe like a private one if you have to take a dump. And so it's like, your penis is out, your penis is out. So he's coming in there, your penis is out, and you're rapping. Who knows what you're saying while your penis is out and he's coming into the bathroom? So he could have taken whatever you're saying as offensive. Like, to be fair, you could have just not said anything. You could have just stopped talking. And I'm saying this because when we had this conversation about like stalking, I literally have been stalked. So I've been stalked and I've also been bullied. So this is a situation that's reminded me of on a previous job that I had where I was being bullied. It was like literally, because in healthcare, you get to, if you can always work for an agency in healthcare with your professional license. You can go for an agency where they staff doctors, CNAs, CMAs, RNs, LPNs, you name it. I don't know if they staff like X-ray techs too. Seems like a more permanent position in lab technician, ultrasound techs. But I do know that in most professions in healthcare, you can be staffed at places. So I chose that due to my daughter's chronic illness over the year. My daughter, which is separate from my son, who is autistic, my middle child, had really bad asthma, and she's got grown out of it. Praise Jesus Christ. She's like really healthy now with that. So prayer does work. And I've been praying and working on the boy. I just really need to fast. And like fast and pray simultaneously. But in any event. So I went through a lot of jobs. And one of these jobs in the staffing agency sent me to, I won't even say, but it's a place that everyone literally knows because people go there for like stuff all the time. And this girl was making it extremely hard for me. Like, I was looking for certain files, and this is like my first day. I was trying to give her grace and say it was like my second or third, but that's not true. I just kept on coming back and going through it. And it literally took me 2 hours to get to this job. 2 hours because I didn't have a car. So I had to take, and as a matter of fact, I think I had a really poor, piss poor car at that time. So it wouldn't have mattered because I remember actually getting to the train station. So sometimes I did take the car to the train station and park, but most of the time it was a bus to the train station, and then to another bus to the light rail, and then in Uber to the actual job because it was not on the bus route. 2 hours travel time. So it's 4 hours a day just in travel time, then working 8 hours. And I come there and this girl won't let me, like, you're just supposed to let me know kind of like where to find stuff. Like, you already know that because we went through this yesterday when I came and I knew that I got the job. And the manager literally said that you're the person that I'm supposed to go to for help for stuff. And I'm looking for stuff. I'm like, hey, where's this at? And she's like, ignoring me. Number one, ignoring me. Or then like, oh, it's there, but then it won't be there. And these are just like kind of like papers and things that I need to conduct, like the exams and things for the patients and things like that. And it just got, worse. And at one point, she literally like elbows me, right? She opened the drawer like on my knee. She elbowed me. So now it's lunchtime, right? It's my time. We're in the back. I'm already in the kitchen. Now, mind you, I've been pushed to this point. I've been pushed to this point. Me, not not her. And I'm already in the lunchroom, I'm already in the break room. But this is a person that just does things for show, right? This is not a lioness, right? She's a hyena because she's just being mean and weird and wicked and awful. And so I'm in there heating up my lunch. I've given birth to three children, and when I'm hungry, I'm starving. I'm ravished, darling. I'm really, really different person when I'm hungry. I'm really, really, really like, so I'll either really be really, really upset if like that's the situation, right? If I'm already being like poked, or I'm like, oh my God, I'll just fall out. I'll just fall out if it's been too much time that I didn't eat. So I'm gonna be weak or I'm gonna be warful, right? So she comes in there and then she's like, hmm, and slam. She opens in the cabinet, slams it, and then I don't know what happened. I like, so I just remember turning to her and I was just like, get the out of my face, right? Like I just remember like it kind of like was like black but like red. It was like the memory it kind of it was in the memory feels like I was red in the moment, but at the time it seems kind of dark, like around, right? It's like dark and then red. And I just remember her face and she was a pretty girl. She was like a pretty light-skinned girl. They always give me the most trouble, light-skinned women. I don't know why, but it's the truth in my life for me. Um, um, and then she looked like she had seen like, I don't know. She looked like she was literally afraid for her well-being. I don't want to say her life. I'm giving her grace. And she just starts backing up out of the kitchen like, oh, oh, you psycho. Oh, you're legit psycho. And she doesn't turn her back to me. She backs all the way out and then she goes down the hall and then she's done. And I'm like in there eating my lunch for like the rest of my lunch. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, couldn't have been a situation where you could have just come in there and not, like, could you just have stopped rapping when he came in there? You know what I'm saying? Because let's just say I was complaining about her before she came in there. Immediately, I'm going to stop talking because I don't want any more drama or mess with this girl because I was legit being bullied. That's wrong. I'm being paid there to do a service. She's being paid to literally train and do the service. Like, this is wrong. So, I don't know. This situation just reminded me of that. And so here again, I'm in a situation where I'm feeling for Armand in this situation. And I don't want you to get it confused and think, oh, well, he's just your favorite and da da da. Well, yeah, he was when I had that kind of a thing with for the content creators, but I don't watch Armand anymore. I don't like I still watch The Wiley Show. I still watch The Wiley Show when I can. I'm just like super busy, so I don't have a lot of time to watch, period. I do watch your show now, every now and again when I have time. Um, there's just nothing that Armand talks about now or anymore that I connect with or that I care about. That's all. I never really cared about female rap. I just like love Nicki Minaj. So yeah. And they're not, I don't see like I'm not an idol worshiper, so I don't need to keep up with him for her because I'm not trying to keep up with her. I just, I think she's very smart and brilliant, and yeah, I wish her all the best. Um, so okay, you guys have probably already seen this like a tons of times, but let's just kind of like break it down for the benefit of the doubt. Now, hang in there with me. This may be a little bit of a long video, but I'm gonna try to wrap it up really, really soon. All right. So Amon says, when was this, guys? Like I'm worried because I feel like this mother effer is really crazy. Like to literally make up in his head about me and feels like all of my success is a slight to him and I'm getting people to turn against him. I feel like this mother would have a mental break and try to me like seriously. Wow. It's crazy. And you know what's really crazy about that? Because I really like, I remember a time where I thought that Wiley was going to do that. I thought it was going to be Wiley, but then it's literally crazy because I think that Donut came in the picture a little bit after this, and I'm like, maybe it wouldn't be Wiley. Then I realized that, Wiley just really loves Armand, and he actually did and does have a history with Armand. This just kind of feels like Armand's kind of karma in a way, just because he believes in like karma. I believe in the heavy hand of the Lord Jesus Christ. And so, yeah, Wiley's a great guy. And I saw, and, and I did say that in an interview with Wiley, I asked Wiley, did he think that Donut had something to do with making him, think that Armand had this troll farm? And, we did hear you on the phone, Donut. So, and I did feel like you did have something to do. And I do feel like you had something to do with definitely not helping steer Wiley away from his breakdown, and if you're a responsible citizen and you are very smart, you are very intelligent, then you could have done something to help. You should have known that saying the things that you said on the phone to Wiley Ward's not gonna help him in his like manic, state. So yeah, and so then look at this. And so then that thing happens with you and the prison thing, and then you come home. That's the Lord's grace, right? And then you're in the classes, and I'm seeing how well you're doing without mentioning Armand. But for some reason, being around him triggers you to this weird level extent, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's like it's triggering you on this hand right now, on this one hand, right? It's the truth. So Armand says, like, no bullshit. I'm genuinely getting concerned because it's feeling like an obsession at this point, and it's only dangerous because you have already tried to attack me, then you threaten me. Oh, because you've already tried to attack me, then you threaten me, and at some point, I have to start taking this serious, especially since we are occupying space, and the mere success of me feels like a slight to him and triggers him like I have to do something. Then Amon says, this is like really getting out of control. Like I'm starting to actually get concerned for my life. This man has had a manic breakdown inside of a car, somehow has made his content about me every day, court mad that other people have. So that sounds like, um, because this is like 34 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. It's like someone sent him a video of Doe not speaking on him. It's like he's literally watching a content where Doe not speaking about him and it's triggering him like every few minutes that he's hearing it. That's what that actually looks like. Um, so that's the first one. I think this is the second one. I have to do something because I don't feel safe. It's too weird. This is what I'm saying. And it's like this blank obsession and anger with me that he won't let go. Nameless, replies Armand. He said in one of his videos recently, crying the car, that he has a demon attached to him. He a blank. Mm. And that's another thing, right? That's another thing that I found very peculiar and to Armand's benefit. It that does look true that you did say that. And whoever subscribes for $12.99, Donut, can find that out. So that's just like, oh my gosh. So so this guy Nameless knows about it because he's, unless he was just in that live before you turned it into $13 worth of content. Um, yeah. So and it does look like you did say that in that video, because why did you then put it on behind a paywall, as you would say? It's like you said some weird incriminating things in that. It's not like, you'll probably say, it's because I can do whatever I want to do, and it's for those people who really care about me. It's not for you guys to depict a part. But if that's the case, why didn't you make it a video and not a live stream? It's more like a crash out, and they're like, oh gosh, you know, let me just put this behind $13. Nobody's gonna pay for that. You know what I mean? Whoever's seen it, seen it. Either way, it'll get you in the algorithm with this guy's name. Um, and that is leading up to the next thing that I'm thinking that is actually going on here. So, um, okay, okay, okay. I think this is the last one. I think this is the last one. I think. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Mouth TV. These screenshots were from their video. They had like AP2 on there. I didn't see that as necessary because he's not talking on my video. Um, Armand says, I'm fine. I'm on the plane home, but I'm just sitting here thinking I will be covering more cases and blank will too, and the hate and anger he had in his heart because he didn't get posted on academics. Blank shout out from Joe Budden, and the simple fact that there he banged to get enraged and threatened. I feel like enraged, you just, oh gosh. Okay, babes. I feel like one day he will try something crazy because he is mentally not stable and I have to do something. Wow. That's so sad. That's so sad. I can't stand it when people feel like this. Like I don't like when people like feel this way. I don't like for people to get stalked. People, you don't understand how a person feels like to feel like there's somebody out there that wants to harm them, to feel like there's somebody out there who can just creep up on them and give them an issue. Like it feels so icky. I mean, I've had to get restraining orders on more than one person in my life. That is so sad and pathetic. You can live your life and like you just can. You don't have to be a part. And this is so weird because it's like you guys are on the internet. You really don't have to be in one another's space. Again, he came into that bathroom. You could have just not said anything, but it's like you're thinking like you exist on this earth with Armand for a reason. And you guys literally there's something out here where I think AT2 reads it off where you were saying that you and Armand were supposed to be friends. My God. No, if you're not friends, you can't say you were supposed to be. That's weird. That thought process is weird. You gotta let it go, babe. Do not. You gotta let this go. Just let it go. Just act like you don't know who he is. Just ignore him. Why not? Why? Why do you have to acknowledge him? It's just so it's making it look like you're not talented enough to go on this podcast journey without this mess. It's just making it look like that. I know I heard a little bit what you said in the one video when you're in the nice hotel, um, where you're going to do what you want to do. That's fine. And we're all going to do what we want to do too, right? So we can ask people to, hey, like this video, share this video, and consider subscribing to the channel, Gaslit News. You know what I mean? So that's what this is. I'm reacting to this, and we can do that. We can give our opinions, do not. Armon, because Armon's another one that gets, and then the fans get all weird and think that you're just using these people's. It's so weird. People will comment these little stupid comments like, "Oh, you're using Armon's name." No, 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 I'm doing what I want to do, just like we all are. Do what we want to do when we want to do it. Get out of here with that. Been watching these people. Okay, that's it. But so that's on the one hand, right? All of that is like to Armon's benefit in a way where it is looking really, 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 really bad. Do not. And you are way too talented for this. You really are. Um, and so, and what happened with that YouTube thing? Because, they're bringing up the fact that you're not even supposed to be on YouTube, that you're doing something, circumventing. I like that word. Shout out to my TV. Um, whatever the case may be. Um, circumventing the whole situation of you not, that's your whole discipline. Like, fam, not supposed to have a YouTube channel, but you keep on twisting that around some kind of way. Um, but in any event, on the other hand, this is what I'm thinking. We are rolling very quickly into the holidays. And us all, we could just really be on a jet to holiday with Armand and Donut. What if? Because so I saw Armand with Wendy, then Armand looking for his channel again, let me to Wiley. Wiley talking about then Wiley starts doing this whole thing with Tasha K. Then I noticed around the holidays, this drama would really, really pick up with like Armand, Tasha, Wiley, Storm, right? Sometimes King Peng would get in it. I think he got in like the second year around all this drama around the holidays, right? Then you guys are like watching. These checks are getting bigger, right? Maybe Cash Apping, right? Everybody Cash Apps Wiley, I mean, he used to always get Cash Apps, no problem. Then the next year rolls in. So the drama dies down after the holidays, right? And then the next year rolls in, the drama's picking up again, and I'm just like, did they get busy with the storyline of some drama last year around this time? So it's possible that Donut has now been allowed into the circle of drama. The days of our live streams that have been, originally curated by none other than Armon Wiggins, Tasha K, The Wiley Show. Storm Monroe was later added on to the you know, what's that thing? What's the thing? that we do. We have a itinerary. Storm and Road was then added onto the itinerary later. So yeah. So what if, so this is on the other hand, I don't know, but this is what I'm thinking maybe could be a thing. What if they're actually cool? And they're like, hey, listen, what if our minds decided I ain't gonna get this guy out of my hair unless I just be like, whatever. I'll just give him what he wants. We'll just come up, we'll just do a drama thing, and we'll have our own thing in court. And Wiley can come and film that. And this is gonna be the biggest YouTuber drama like in real life. And what if they're all in on it, except for us? I think that in a perfect, smart, and friendlier world, that could be the case. But I tend to think people probably wouldn't, if Armand literally gets a restraining order, then I'm going to say no. I don't think people would literally go to the point of getting actual legal documents together if they're just trying to like help one another out to just kind of like create some like, YouTuber drama. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Drop it down in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Gaslit News. Oh, because also, yeah, I gotta talk about this. And I'm gonna hit the bell because this is gonna be the next video I'm about to do right now. So I take like a little quick break because I'm gonna have to like record videos and then get them up. So that takes time because I'm my own editor. I'm my own person, darling. I'm like like I have to do all that stuff that Tasha K has checked for. But anyways, so yeah, guys, that whole thing that Elon Musk did was really, really, really messed up. Did you know that a couple of days ago on Twitter there was a software update where everybody, so X on X, previously known as Twitter, everybody's current location was known, was made aware of. That is insane. And for people like Armand that's dealing with this thing with Donut, what does that mean for him? He got to know exactly where, thank goodness Armand was on his way to the plane like right after that, but that's really, really messed up. And so do you think that Donut should be suing Elon Musk? Do you think everybody on X should be suing Elon Musk? I think so, especially when you have situations like this, when you have freaking stalkers out there. Like you should be able to be on social media, and if they have privacy parameters and you take part in it, then that is what needs to happen. Armand, sue Elon Musk while you're at it. And that's the judgment. Shout out to Judge JD Court. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.